WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're back again with Activated Ones this morning. And listen.
I was thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just like hit me. We should have started this segment here with, there are certain songs that you hear at pageants, like during evening wear. We should have started with one of those songs.
And two things, right? That crossed
funny.
my mind. And scammer them there. Anyways.
I recuse myself from any possible liabilities to myself, Ari, and the station.
If you're wondering what we are talking about this morning, we're talking about Miss Plus Size Universe once again, back in the news.
Once again,
because last year a contestant, I think it was Miss Grenada. Last year, a contestant went to the media to speak about how she was treated. I don't even think last year shows came off, but persons already came and spent the money being here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But the saga continues this year.
Saga continues. This is a new set of saga.
So, according to ANN, the winner of the competition, Miss Grenada Samantha Harris, and second runner-up and campaign queen, Miss Nigeria Kanat Bonat, expressed their dismay with the chaotic management of the pageant, stating they felt deceived by the promoter, Miss Pearl Williams. The Miss Plus Size Universe International 2023 pageant took place on October 27th in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Upon investigation, ANN obtained the initial document sent to contestants outlining the potential prizes for the 2023 pageant. It detailed the winner receiving an educational scholarship valued at 175,000 EC dollars, 20,000 EC dollars in cash, $2,500 in fashion gifts and prizes. Second prize, $75,000 EC in educational scholarship value, and $10,000 EC in cash, and $1,500 EC in fashion gifts and prizes. Third place was set to receive an educational scholarship valued at EC $40,000, $5,000 in cash, and $500 fashion gifts and prizes. Say more than Mr. SVG? Additionally,
that is what I saying, because Miss SVG's top prize is a university scholarship at UWI Open Campus. Well, not Open Campus, but UWI.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's UWI. That's valued at like $80,000 plus $8,000 cash and other prizes.
Double it up.
Oh wait. So how to enter the show now, Miss Plus Size?
No, that's another interesting thing. So, allegedly, Miss Grenada and Miss Trinidad paid US $2,000 to register.
$5,340 EC dollars, all right.
But Miss Nigeria, who is a med student here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, did not pay a registration fee according to her. The cost she incurred was from preparing from the pageant. So
why didn't she pay?
We're good for the goose and good for the gander. Now some people paying this and some people pay.
I would have said it like exempting Commonwealth, but then we're part of the Commonwealth too. Nigeria part of the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Now both Miss Grenada and Miss Nigeria alleged that the promoter abruptly changed the prize money clarification, claiming that the information provided was intended for the following year's competition.
No, sir. No, sir.
So
you can't do that.
Apparently, it's being said, allegedly, that someone from the camp made a mistake and sent out the wrong document, and that's what the ladies saw. But the ladies believe that the document was used to entice them, lure them into competing in the competition. So when you see a prize of $175,000 scholarship, $10,000 in cash, why is $2,000 US to register? There ain't nothing to register.
That should have been a little bit phony and make you a little bit suspicious, because one, Why do you need $175,000 for a scholarship? A university degree, a bachelor's degree.
Maybe it's not bachelor's they want.
Is no, but you have to start at bachelor's because you
Well,
say
but maybe you had
university scholarship.
maybe you had a bachelor's before, so now you're in the pageant to get
No,
a
that's
master's.
ridiculous. It's about plus just a little over $30,000, right? And I'm just estimating one course to be 1,000, but it's a little bit more. So let me say $35,000. So you get in 70, 140, almost 3 degrees with that. Where you going to study medicine?
Listen, I want to go in for this pageant.
Well, Harry, it is possible.
Listen, it's 2023. I can be anyone I want to be. It's 2023. I identify as a plus size. Anyways, during an interview with ANN, Harris and a member of our management team who preferred to remain anonymous
Yeah.
due to her involvement in pageantry, disclosed that Williams informed them about the prize allocation for the upcoming year after they had publicized Harris's victory. So they found out about this after they won.
Monkey doesn't know which tree to climb. Let me just put it that way.
Now, the manager said the agreement was for Samantha, Miss Grenada, to receive US $20,000, with half being paid on the night of the show per her contract. 2 further payments were due during her reign. And yeah.
Did she get any money?
No. Both contestants say that they received. It's kind of funny. I don't want to laugh, but both contestants say that they received a
200?
trophy and a crown, and the trophy broke that night.
Where the trophy from? This is not a laughing matter. This is quite serious.
This is where
and I hope that they take it as high as possible.
This is where it gets even more serious. Williams allegedly threatened that sponsors wouldn't remit payment if the contract wasn't signed. So she presented a new contract to them after winning. They asserted that although a contract was signed initially, a revised contract was sent in November. The pageant was in October. In November, was declined by Harris's team pending a review, to which Williams allegedly objected, claiming it was non-negotiable legal document. Allegedly, Williams threatened that sponsors wouldn't remit payment if the contract wasn't signed, leading to the team feeling trapped at their hotel due to an unpaid bill. So
why this trapped at the hotel thing sounds
registration
so familiar.
Because it's similar to other things that has happened in the past.
Okay. So
they're at the hotel, they're thinking hotel is paid for. That's not been paid for. So where did the US $2,000 go?
Y'all always know who to mess with, you know. You see the instrument in the background? One of them contestants with a leg of a beast boy.
This is where it gets interesting.
Should have.
Well, the entire thing interesting, but this is where it gets even more interesting. Harris stated that despite promises, the prize giving ceremony is scheduled for November 30th and December 15th. So she scheduled one for November 30th. Nothing happened. And then a new one, December 15th. Nothing happened. Recently, a new flyer indicating February 24th, 2024 as a revised date for the ceremony was sent to the contestant, requiring attendees to purchase tickets priced at $170, presumably in EC dollars. So I had to pay to go to the award ceremony. It's an inclusive event now.
So I have to pay to go and collect my money.
Well, maybe the contestants don't have to pay.
Why that sound like one of those emails, those phishing emails that you get, or like from, you know, person who says they're from Samsung. So send me money so I could send you back money.
So this is the Miss Nigeria's experience now.
Oh, Lord.
Speaking to ANN, the second runner-up and campaign queen, Miss Nigeria, echoed Harris's narrative but expressed a firm belief in being scammed. There's a quote there. We suspect she doesn't possess our prize money. She hasn't paid the local show winner since 2018, Bonat asserted, highlighting the investment of time and resources by the contestant. Bonat, a medical student residing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, mentioned she wasn't charged a registration fee but incurred significant expenses preparing for the pageant. She claimed Williams initially quoted her higher prize money before later reducing it to US $2,000. which she deemed a deliberate deception to entice participants. Let's go into Miss Williams' history a bit. This is not the first time that the pageant and Williams have faced negative reviews and accusations. Miss Plus Size Universe 2022 saw trouble as delegates, including Eugene Bailey, faced a disorganized event. Bailey detailed her experience to ANN, mentioning accommodation switches, a show postponed due to rain, transportation woes, and unfulfilled promises. The pageant, plagued by a low contestant count and issues, ultimately never took place. Contestants already financially invested received no refunds. Bailey shared concerns that the treatment of plus-size women and questionable assurances for future funding. Williams addressed the pageant issue, attributing the contestants' decreased sponsorship and travel problems. COVID protocol shifted the show date to November. Rain disrupted rehearsals. Williams stated that rain prevented the event, moving it to the next day, though logistical hurdles made rescheduling challenging. She defended the registration fees purpose and denounced an article by Antigua Observer as damaging and citing legal action. She said she went to Antigua Observer for the story that they wrote.
Never happened.
Let me
just say something.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I just wanted to read this last part, but go ahead.
Go with the last part.
When ANN contacted Williams, she threatened
Jesus.
legal action, saying, "Please be aware that the information you have is correct." According to her, the contestants are trying to bully her, and she had them sign contracts that would prevent them from talking to the media. Harris's manager, however, informed ANN that a contract was signed by Harris, but they never received an updated copy with Williams' signature. Williams directed ANN to her lawyer. However, when did so, the lawyer informed us that they did not even know the show came off.
Well, but my buns, what's your time in this place here, boy? If you have a show, right? You have a show. You are the promoter. All the contestants complaining, but you are still in the right when all the contestants complain. Not a single one is out there to say that is not true. They all have the same story. The second time around, because it happened before, something wrong. And those exorbitant prizes that were offered, that look at the caliber of Miss SVG. Miss SVG is a national pageant, and they don't even reach there. One of the prizes is probably the total expenses for the entire show, point blank. Second prize, don't get no scholarship. Let alone third prize is $40,000 worth of scholarship. First prize is $20,000 cash for a pageant. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but what does Miss Universe get? Miss SVG don't reach there. That's alone.
In 2008, Searchlight newspaper published a story of Williams defending her magazine, Status Magazine, refuting accusations of questionable business practices.
This is another incident?
2008.
Listen.
And that now is long time.
Stop it.
It's long time.
No, on a serious note.
Allegedly.
On a serious note, if you keep getting allegations over and over and over, I think the onus is on you now to prove people wrong, right? You have not, to my recollection, you've not been able, because the show never came off, the first one. It never came off. And now contestants are once again having issues with the same brand, and I'm going to call it a brand. They're having issues with the same brand. You have a lot of things to answer to. And I find what is consistent is every time somebody has a problem, what they're saying to the media is, you quickly say in response, talk to my lawyer, I'll speak to my lawyer. Is that used as intimidation or is it factual?
Well,
you can answer that.
In my opinion, right? In my opinion, if someone says, I don't have a comment, speak to my lawyer, and you speak to the lawyer and the lawyer doesn't know anything what's happening, what does that say?
Something in the matter besides the epistle. But I would like to know, right? This kind of show, I don't think should happen again, or should be allowed to happen again, based on the negativity that's following it. And there needs to be some proper investigation into it.
I was just about to say that.
I think the contestants should take it a bit further, and everybody should clear everything. If all the contestants are lying on you, promoter, then you should do what you have to do. Get your lawyers involved. You put up whatever claims, whatever, you gather your evidence and what's not. I don't think it's fair for you to have your contestants, according to them, sign a contract and then you bring back a separate contract. That is quite fishy. And me as a contestant, I wouldn't be happy about it. So sort yourself out and don't give yourself and the brand and the contestants a hard time.
Now, what I would say is we don't know what exactly happened because we weren't there. But if you're refusing to comment, you're directing the journalist to your lawyer. This is not your first rodeo. You're facing years and years and years of questionable business practices. At some point, you need to do some self-reflection. At some point, you have to ask, why does this keep happening to me?
Oh, really?
And I do believe that they really need to investigate this incident thoroughly.
Who?
Because St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the DPP's office, maybe something serious needs to happen here, because you can't be bringing in other women from the region to compete in this pageant.
It's a shame.
You, as I'm assuming she's Vincentian, you as a Vincentian, it's a bad look. It's a very, very bad look. And then there's Miss SVG. What, do they still have Miss Caraval?
No.
Okay, so Miss Caraval is out. So the pageants that we usually hear about is Miss SVG, Miss Heritage. Miss Heritage still happens.
All right, go to your bed.
But seriously, I really do think that they need to investigate this thoroughly, because it's a bad look having persons from across the region come here to have these complaints every year.
Every time. Well, it's the second time.
Well, it's the second time, but it's the second consecutive year.
Right. So after the pageant last year, that should have been a point of recollection.
Yeah.
Right. Boy, come back stronger, boy. Bigger prize monies. But I think at this point, maybe you need to step it up with the law. The contestants, I would advise you to go to the police and sort it out. All right, and make sure whosoever is in the wrong would be held accountable for their actions. And if you are wrong, then everything will be clear at the end of the day. But in that process, I was gonna say like maybe a psychiatric evaluation or two, but we're suffering because we don't have no psychiatrists in the system. So anyways, there we go. 8:02 is the time. Oh, look at the time. 8:02 is the time.
And the time check was brought to you by New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on the road. Safety is a factor that should never be overlooked when it comes to your car or whatever you drive. SVG Tire Sales and Services in Balls Avenue and at Arnisvale carries a wide selection of quality new tires to fit any car, truck, minibus, or SUV, so you can experience a comfortable and safe commute every time. We are agents for the world's most reliable